Hello and welcome to another video from TheSavageTrout on YouTube, and it is episode 53 of my Burnley FIFA 15 career mode, and it is the season 2 finale in 10th place against Swansea City, the team we started out against this season. We beat them 1-0 earlier on the season. It'd be nice if we could repeat that feat in this episode, but this is the table. Obviously it was a bit depressing the last episode with the draw with Leicester and then the loss to Stoke. So our top 4 chances obviously went down the drain, and also our chance of getting 5th. We do have a slim chance of getting into the top 7 potentially, and getting obviously the Europa League spot since Chelsea won the FA Cup. But Southampton and Liverpool are playing Chelsea and Spurs respectively, so there's a chance to jump them if they lose, but Arsenal are only playing Leicester, so we need to rely on Leicester beating Arsenal, and obviously the other 2 results going away, and we'd have to win ourselves, so very unlikely that we'd get into the Europa League. But it'd be nice if we could just finish at least 8th or something like that, just end the season on a high after a bit of a depressing period recently. Obviously we can't fall any lower than 10th. In terms of the team we're going with for this, we've got Jerome up front with Jutskovic. As you can see, Duff and Reed are in there. That's just because both of them are retiring, so I thought I'd just put them in. Obviously, nice touch. The other Reed's obviously in there, and then Ibe is in there since it'll be his last game. I'll probably bring Guidetti and Karaman on since they're obviously on loan as well, and they'll be playing their last games unless I try and re-sign Guidetti, because he has been quite good this season. And obviously this is going to just be a full live commentary episode, so I'm going to have to I'll be speaking the whole way well, not speaking the whole way through, but it won't be the usual edited stuff, because this is just sort of a season roundup. Let's just get the games that interest us. We don't really care about Sunderland. Where's there they are. There's Arsenal, and we don't really care about Fulham either. And yeah, that should be okay. I think there's still a potential chance to catch Man City if we got very lucky, but I doubt it. 6 minutes. We beat Swansea earlier in the season, but it's going to be interesting. I haven't done one of these long videos in quite a while, so it does feel a bit weird. Not since last season's end of the season was against Villa, but that had a bit more riding on it than this game. That had the flipping relegation battle on, which we were able to survive in the end just about, which was quite dramatic. I was hoping it might be a bit dramatic for the top 4 this time, but obviously some results just went our way. It didn't go our way. I'd say that the chief game for that was, well, the 2 chief games for that were really the Liverpool game at home when we drew 2-2, because we were sort of on a upward wave at that point, despite losing to Chelsea before. And I just think if we'd won that game, we would have been in a better position for sure. And then obviously the Fulham loss was quite defining, because it really completely put us on the back foot. And obviously then the Man United game where we drew 1-1 was sort of the final nail in the coffin. Well won by Winston Reid there. Obviously I did say that I'd be ending this series potentially in the last episode. I'm still not sure whether I am going to do that. As you might have seen if you had a good eye, it did say they're announcing all the Euro 2016 teams on the sort of little dashboard bit, and I am currently managing England. I haven't really featured the stuff, but we are in the Euros for that, and we have quite a nice group, so I'm thinking that I'll probably play through that and upload that. I'll probably do the group stages in sort of a highlights package, and then if we go further than that, I'll probably do the quarterfinal, or the quarterfinals and the semi-finals in another highlights package if we get that far, and then the final in a video like this if we get to the final, and then that'll sort of give me some time to decide whether I want to continue or not. I'll probably also do a season 2 sort of montage, which may sort of turn into a whole sort of Burnley career mode on FIFA 15, one sort of altogether, so season 1 and 2, if I decide that I'm not going to do season 3. Honestly, I think it just depends on the transfer funds that we get. I mean, someone might come in for Danny Ings, but we really need our own sort of transfer funds, and if that's why I sort of want to finish higher up as well, just to try and get some more funds, really. Jutskovic, Arfield, and pretty poor finish there. Not quite sure where Swansea have been this season. I think, well, they're obviously below us, so they're obviously sort of had a pretty boring mid-table season. Arfield, a lot of the battles sort of throughout the league were decided in the last game, to be honest, as we've got a free kick here. And we've actually got Reed taking it for some reason. And he's actually got quite good free kick accuracy. Can we score with Reed here in his final game of football? No, we can't. It would be nice if Duff or Reed could get a goal. I mean, I haven't exactly played them a lot, in fact at all really, in these, in my whole career mode, but obviously you've got to sort of give them the game at the end. I don't think I might have played Duff in maybe 1 or 2 cup games, but I don't remember playing them that much. I think I had a period where I was playing Reed until I realised that he really isn't that great at right back, and then started putting Ward at right back. If I do continue on with season 3, that's definitely an area I need to sort out right back. Because Ben Mee's been solid at left back, but it's just the other side that we've had the problem with. That's a nice ball into Ibe, potentially. Couldn't quite get there. Might have been offside as well. Adrian forward. Good header. Ibe, Jutskovic. Plays it over the top. Jerome, not quite in there. And that's gone out. Obviously, I do have a lot of new series sort of coming up very soon. Obviously, F1's released on the 10th of July, which obviously isn't very far away now. It's only, what, less than 2 weeks, so especially if the game is good, although I wouldn't bet on it. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing a career mode on that, as Jerome almost got there. And then I'll also be doing sort of my league race stuff, which will probably start a couple of weeks later once all the sort of things are decided as who's in what league and all the sort of calendars and stuff like that. Well won by Ibe. Poor ball. Trying to find Jerome, couldn't quite. Can Duff win it? Yes, nice header. And that's not bad from Jutskovic. He's got away from him a bit and couldn't get there with Jerome either. So yeah, those will be coming up as well. I'm tempted to buy MotoGP and do a career on that potentially, but I'm not too sure at the moment. I think I'm setting up my own blog as well. There's a few things, so that might be a bit time consuming. And obviously I've still got a small few bits of sort of schoolwork to do, as Southampton have equalised against Chelsea. That's not good for us. Yeah, a lot of the battles in the table was sort of decided in the last game, because Chelsea are champions now. They're 4 points above Spurs, so Spurs sort of bottled it in the end, sort of like us. Here's Jordan Ibe, and Jordan Ibe, decent effort. Ah, we almost got there with Jerome on the rebound. Bit sad really, Jordan Ibe. We did well with him at the start of his spell on loan. I think he scored in either his first or second game, but then it sort of went a bit flat after that for him. That's sort of been the season though, really. We've sort of been damn, Leicester were winning there, as that's well played by Arfield. Go on Arfield. Arfield's still running with it here, trying to get away from Taylor. Nice ball into Noble. Shouldn't have gone back on it. Oh, well won. And it's hit by Arfield. Good save in the end. Sort of straight at him, but I just had to go for it really. But as I was saying before, I mean, yeah, Chelsea 4 points ahead of Spurs. Leicester were 4 points ahead of Sunderland in the relegation battle. Sort of thanks to me as well, I guess you could say. And then obviously the top 4 battle's been decided as well. So with Everton and Man United getting the final spots. So it's only really the Europa League battle that's still raging on. And as you saw in real life, that's not exactly a prestigious thing to have, considering how many teams seem to want to bottle it. Anyway, these are results. Liverpool are sadly winning at the moment, whilst Chelsea are drawing 1-1 with Southampton, and Arsenal are also drawing. So I think we wouldn't get any places at the moment since it's 0-0. It's been a pretty drab first half, as I've just been sort of talking. So I maybe need to get my head in the game a bit in the second half, sort of following a very similar structure to the first game in the season, if I remember correctly. It was 0-0 at half-time. Here's Jerome. And Jerome was a bit of room. I ended up hitting it sort of against the defender there. Reed chasing it. Just ball over the top. Key. Montero. Tries to play it inside, but we'd read that pretty well. And Gilks in goal, obviously replacing Heaton. Hasn't had much to do in this, to be fair. Well won by Jutskovic, and now I couldn't pull away with that. Well won by Noble. Come on, get there. Yes, well played. That's good news. Southampton losing. So if we can get a goal now, we could jump at least one.
Looking down at the Swansea bench, there's going to be a substitute brought on.
Key. Sigurdsson. Don't like this. Don't like this. We're 1-0 down. It just continues again. It's his 13th goal. And it's Swansea's first shot. It's just typical, really, isn't it, again, with this game. I mean, I haven't really been focusing enough at all, really. But any chance of gaining any positions is starting to fall now. Can we find Ben Mee? We might still be able to get there. No. Real bummer that we're losing this game now. We're going to make some subs. I think we'll just bring both strikers on. And I think we'll bring Boyd on as well. Really frustrating that we're losing though. It's just a bit of a meh end to the season, really, isn't it? And that's not good either. Southampton have got a goal. Oh, we didn't want to do that. Oh, no, almost went in after that giveaway. Ah, great pass by Boyd. That's just been the problem. Fatigue towards the end of this season as well has been pretty bad. That's a good clearance though, if Guidetti can reach that, which he can do, and he's done pretty well there actually. And here comes John Guidetti in his final game for us potentially. Oh, it's almost gone in off the defender there. We're trying to pull it back to Karaman. I don't think there was any way we were going to squeeze that in. It was a shot. Britton's on. Karaman, ball in. Guidetti in the air, good save. Guidetti's looked pretty good since he's come on. Marnie wins it in the air. Noble couldn't quite get there. Good tackle by Karaman. That's a nice play again. And yes, get in there, Guidetti. 1-1, and that's what we like to see. Guidetti and potentially his final game for us. Gets the equaliser. It's his typical header. Karaman did a brilliant job there to win the ball. He is a fantastic super sub at times, Karaman, and he beats two men in the air for his 12th goal of the season. Guidetti, our top scorer this season, I believe. He's been going at it with Jutskovic all season for that honour, but it looks like he's just about going to get it over him, I think. Ah, nice ball. And look at this, ever since these two have come on, it's really looked a hell of a lot better for us, and now Karaman is pulling away, and he's still going here. Brilliant play by Keenan Karaman, and he's still going, and oh I was just trying to set it up on his right foot, but the defender was able to get the tackle in. But if we could win this now, this would be quite good. Good tackle again by Boyd, the free substitutes. Good ball in. Guidetti can win it in the air. Oh! So dangerous in the air, John Guidetti, and I thought he might just float it into the top corner there. Michu's on. Adrian forward. Good header by Marnie. It won't reach the target though. Oh, well won, and now we can clip it through to John Guidetti. He's not that pacey, but he can still keep going. John Guidetti's in, and he gets his second. It's his 13th of the season. That is fantastic. Yes. Bit of rejuvenation, a bit of pride won back here potentially. It would have been a penalty anyway, I think. But John Guidetti, we may have to sign him at this rate. 13 goals for him. It's been a good season for him. And now we're just going to have to look at the other results to see if they can maybe start going our way. But didn't look like they were before, but you never know. That's a good ball. Got to keep it. Got to keep defending well though. Good ball by Noble. Karaman. Karaman, good job. Karaman! Oh, I thought that was going to be a delightful end to the game. But he just couldn't quite get it on target. Marnie to try and win it in the air. It's going to come to Boyd instead. Oh, he's kept the ball well there. And Ben Mee into Boyd. Those two have always linked up pretty well when I've played them together. Dean Marnie. Short ball into Karaman. Tries to find a bit of room for himself. Does! Just hits the side netting and he really deserves a goal, Karaman. He is a fantastic super sub sometimes though, this man. You know when you pass into him, there's always a chance you're going to be able to get a shot in. And it's Sigurdsson. Let's try and not concede now. But though we might do here. Good header. And I think it might have been offside actually. Gilks forward. Karaman wins it in the air. Tried to play it all the way out to our field. That was never happening though. Oh, well played by Taylor. Oh, good header by Duff. Fantastic stuff. And it's dinked over to Guidetti. Can he get his hat-trick? This would be a good end. But Fernandez is able to muscle him off the ball. Good tackle. Arfield. Really pulling away from Dyer despite the difference in pace. And Arfield's still trying to go. Down the line to Sigurdsson. Last chance for Swansea here. But it looks like we're going to beat them by a 1-goal margin once again like we did at the start of the season. Good tackle again. Noble can clear it. And hello. Can we play in Karaman here? Keenan Karaman could be away. He's still going. Keenan Karaman, good save. And it's going to go. Oh, Guidetti with such a poor touch. Oh, he still hit the post somehow. And that is it. Sadly, Guidetti couldn't quite get his hat-trick in the end there. But it's a good end to the season at least with a victory. It's a nice result considering the Stoke game really and how depressed we were after that. Especially coming from 1-0 down as well. Those substitutes really made a big difference. And let's just see what the other results were here. Look at that, pretty dominant I'd say. So Chelsea actually won. Liverpool sadly, so it looks like we're going to finish in 9th because Liverpool won. Additional transfer budget, we got 5 million more, so that's not too bad. And a lot of people are actually happy for once. So as you can see, obviously that's the European Championship that I may be starting soon. Be nice if it could change it. There we go. Oh no, it's going to take forever. I went the wrong way.
Manchester United 1.
And yes, Chelsea seem to have won a lot. They've won the treble actually. Yeah, as you can see there, ninth place, quite close in the end, from 6 downwards to be honest. Chelsea win the league in quite fine fashion in the end after Spurs slightly choke. Man United and Everton get into the top 4, very good job by Everton there. Newcastle somehow finishing in 5th. And Swansea there you can see finishing down in 13th. Norwich survived in the end with Sunderland and the 2 other teams getting relegated that came up. With Fulham and Cardiff, the 2 teams that screwed us over quite a bit this season, went down. So there we go. That was the final episode of Season 2. Potentially the final episode ever was Burnley. But I think I'm going to continue this on now. And if I get into the top 4, I get into the top 4. If I don't, then, you know, it's been a nice ride. So I think I'll continue into a Season 3 probably. But we'll see what the transfer funds are first. But that was a good way to end the season. And obviously next up will be those England European Championship games. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.